left. Bye, Vic. Okay, guys. So y'all know I love this book by Ileana Van Zandt. I read it. My book is looking a hot mess, but I read it. Some people asked me before, what was I reading from? This is the book. I read a page of this every day. So I'm going to read you from February 20th. That's today. I'm going to read this, and then we're going to jump into what I want to talk to you guys about, which is SMART goals and intentions. Y'all ready? If y'all are ready and y'all want to hear what today's word or today's message was, go ahead and put in the chat ready. If y'all ready, y'all want to hear what I read today, put ready. I also posted it on my page, so some of you guys may have already read it. But if you're ready for it, type ready into the chat. Let me know y'all are ready. Y'all listening, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. We're reading from today. So today is February 20th. You can look ahead. You can look behind. But what is written cannot be changed. That is from the Oracles of Ifa. We cannot change the color of our skin. What we can change is how we feel about it. We cannot change a pain-filled past. What we can do is change how it affects us. We cannot change how others may feel about who we are or where we've been. What we can change is how we see it, how we use it, and how others use it to our benefit or detriment. The past has already been written, but we have the power to write the future based on who we are and what we do now. We can write a future based on how much we've grown. We can write a future that's full of strength, peace, wealth, and love. All we have to do is what is right now. I want you guys to repeat after me. Okay? Wherever you are, I want you to repeat after me. I am choosing my future by what I do now. I am choosing my future by what I do now. One more time. I am choosing my future by what I do now. Today's reflection and what is going to set the stage for what we're going to talk about tonight, which is SMART goals and intentions. I want you to be still in this moment. I want you to close your eyes. Okay? I want you to be still in this moment and close your eyes. And remember, I am choosing my future by what I do now. Be still and contemplate your limitless, peaceful, healthy, wealthy future. Say that again. Be still and contemplate your limitless, peaceful, healthy, and wealthy future. Here's your question. What actions will you take today to create that reality? Now throw it in chat, you guys. For those of you that took a minute and you close your eyes, what do you see in your future? Throw the words in the chat. If you have a statement, if you have a quote, put it in the chat and let's encourage each other through what we just saw. What do you see in your future? Your wealthy, peaceful, healthy, and limitless future. What do you see? And just throw those things in the chat, because I'm going to take you to the next piece and we're going to talk about what a SMART goal is and what an intention is. Because there's a difference, right? A lot of people don't know that there's a difference. Let's see. What do you guys say? What do you say? What are some things that you see in your future when you contemplate a healthy, wealthy, peaceful future? So anybody know what a SMART goal is? I know we've used it. A lot of people have heard it at work, but a SMART goal. A SMART goal is something that is specific, right? It's measurable. It's action-oriented. It's realistic, and it's time-defined. That's what SMART means. It's specific, measurable, it's action-oriented, it's realistic, and it is time-defined. Versus an intention is just something that you say, right? They're concerned in the present moment of your life, and they're relying on how you feel right now. So it's similar to the affirmation. So when I say I am choosing my future, I'm choosing my future by what I do right now. That's an affirmation, or that's an intention. That's what you plan on doing. It's not a goal. And the reason why it's not a goal, you guys know why? It doesn't have the features of a SMART goal. So there's no timeline on it. So you don't know, well, when am I going to do it? Today, tomorrow, next month, right? There's no time frame on it. That's the key, real key difference between an intention and a goal, is that a goal has an actual deadline. It's time and date stamped. Did you guys know that? Did you know that? So it's very important to understand you can have intentions and affirmations or mantras, things that sort of guide your feelings and your mood, but that's not a goal. That's an intention. So when you think about a goal, it actually needs to be very clear what you're going to do. So how do we change that intention that we use today to a goal? So it could be something like, every day I'm going to choose to drink water, or I'm going to be healthy, I'm going to live a healthier lifestyle, and I'm going to drink water every day, right? So that is very clear. It's very specific. You can measure it. It's time defined. And you could say, I'm going to do that for the next 30 days. That would really make it like really strong, right? So we also have it where people will make goals that are very unrealistic. So I want to lose 100 pounds in a month. Do you guys think that's realistic or unrealistic? Y'all can throw it in the chat. I know we used to just jumping on these lives and, not always talking and interaction, but, is that realistic or unrealistic, right? Typically, that would be unrealistic. It takes time. On average, you're supposed to lose like 1 to 2 pounds a week, right? That's a healthy weight loss, according to, thank you, is very unrealistic, absolutely. So something like that, that you're setting yourself up to potentially be disappointed by saying something that way. Now, if I say I want to lose 5 pounds over the next 30 days, right? I'm much clearer about that. I've actually set an amount, and I've also set a timeline. If I want to get real fancy with it, I'm going to be active 3 to 5 times per week over the next 30 days. I'm even more so being clearer about my goals. So goals and intentions, what's the difference? One has a time stamp, and an intention is more concerning about how you're feeling. It's something that sets the tone, sets your energy. I love them both. I use both of them very regularly, personally. So I don't think you need to choose one or the other, but it's important to understand why they're different. Let's see. What else y'all got on here? Do people struggle with setting goals? What are some of the things that get in the way of you setting a goal? Any barriers? Just throw it in there. Like, I know I have a lot of clients that, have a really hard time with setting a goal because they fear failure. Anybody out there fear failure? So you don't want to write it down? If so, just say me. Put me in the chat. If you are an individual that, doesn't want to write a goal down because of fear of failure, how do you feel when you write down the goal? Are you getting anxious? Do you get sweaty palms? You get a headache? Paying attention to how you feel when you actually state that goal can give you a lot of insight. Yes, too many goals. Thank you, Vic. Can give you some insight on what are some of the underlying issues and problems that are getting in the way of you moving forward to actually make that goal happen. Do you ever write a goal and sort of you start off on the right foot and you're all gun-ho about it, and then you lose momentum? Anybody out there, does that sound like you? If so, throw it in the chat. Me. That's me. I have been guilty of that too. You set a goal, you get really excited about it, and you do well for a while, and then you fall off. Did you know that one of the key indicators to success is that most of the time why we don't complete a goal is that we get bored? You're bored, you need something to sort of keep you engaged. Somebody once said, that might have been Les Brown, You want to continue to move forward on a goal in the same feeling and vein that you were in when you set it. So you want to stay as motivated, as encouraged, and in the feeling that you had even after it leaves you, right? Yep, trying to finish writing this next book, right? So one of the things you can do is set baby steps. Our brains are really, really interesting. And it's not our fault. This is just human brains. It's rigged to do three things, right? To seek pleasure, to avoid pain, and find the easiest access point to those three things, right? When you understand that, you understand why it's easy to lose momentum, why you get bored, or why you may not even finish a goal. You might procrastinate. You may work on multiple projects at one time, because oftentimes we get bored. And so we jump to the next thing, and we jump to the next thing. Mainstream society doesn't really help with that, because we have so many different things to stimulate us that it's easy to lose attention and to want to jump to something that's going to float your boat. But it's really just how your brain is rigged. So you want to simplify it. And you simplify it by making it easier, making it attractive, and reminding yourself on what is the outcome. What's your end game? Why are you writing this next book? Is it, therapeutic? Is it financial freedom? What's the purpose of it? And you make it into smaller steps. So maybe all you do is write a paragraph today, and then you put it down. Or maybe you set a timer and you write for 30 minutes, and then you go do something fun. Our brains are so funny because they're queued up. So if you say, hey, after I write a paragraph, I can go and have a piece of chocolate cake, right? I love cake, right? And so I reward myself with cake. I know this sounds a little crazy, but you get the point. I'm being extreme here. Your brain then remembers that if you write for a half an hour, you finish the paragraph, you get cake. So cake and writing become connected. There's a lot of research on this. If y'all don't believe me, y'all can go look it up for yourself. So small steps, right? Break it down into small goals and attach it to something that is something you want to do. So when it's something you don't want to do, attach it to something you want to do. So for instance, I don't always want to work out. But if I knew, okay, after I do these 10 squats, I can go and enjoy my favorite show. And I do the 10 squats, and then I go watch my show. Doing exercise is now synonymous with me watching my favorite show. So it changes the perspective. Everything's about perspective. So I hope you guys learned something from today. Is short talk on what the difference of a goal is from an intention. So a goal, using the SMART goal acronym, which I love, is very specific, it's measurable, it's action oriented, it's realistic, and it's time defined. Versus an intention is more about your feelings, your mood. It's something that can set the tone for this current moment. The real difference between a goal and an intention is that one has an actual date, time, is time stamped. So it's very clear for you to be able to measure it and know how long it's going to last. Intentions really can be for the whole year, the whole month. They really don't have an endpoint, because they're your intentions. They are what sets who you are and who you are becoming. So I hope that's helpful. Do you guys have questions? You can throw questions in the chat. I know a lot of people have inboxed me about my new course called Bet on Self. And Bet on Self is to help you with goal setting and putting yourself first. So in the title, as it says, you're going to learn how to say yes to you and no to others, and learn how to practice self-care unapologetically without feeling selfish and without feeling guilty. We're going to dive into goal setting and intentions. We're also going to dive into imposter syndrome, people-pleasing behaviors, so that you'll have tools to be able to finally feel like you're equipped to let some of these things that get in the way of you choosing yourself go. I pinned the link if you are interested in learning more about the course, or just chatting with me on a one-on-one basis and doing some goal setting with support. I'm currently offering 15-minute consults. These are currently no charge. So get in where you fit in, book you a time to discuss your goals with me, and I'll also see if you qualify for my new course. I currently have 6 seats left. I'm only going to be working with 10 people, and 4 of the seats have already been grabbed, so there's 6 seats left. I hope you enjoyed today's talk. If I was helpful at all, if you learned anything, give me some hearts, give me some high fives, give me some yeses. I love all of that. My love language is definitely words of appreciation and acts of service. So all that stuff feels real good to my spirit and to my soul. To everybody who decided to jump on, just giving more shout outs. DJ International Business, thank you. Michelle, thank you. Vic Breedy, thank you for joining me. Karma Sutra, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone. Nunez Barbershop, thank you. Steph, thank you. John Brown, Noreen, thank you. I appreciate everybody for joining, and I will be back with another live next week. You guys have a wonderful evening and enjoy your Sunday. Bye.